What is going on, everybody? L Sticky's Larry here, and season predictions or weekly predictions for the whole NFL is something I've been wanting to do for a while. So this is kind of me just testing it out. And comment down below if you want to see more of this, or if you just want me to stick to the Texans. But regardless if I do this or not, I'm still gonna cover the Texans. I'm still gonna have the Texans more further in-depth prediction video every week. Without further ado, let's get right into these predictions. Buffalo Bills at the Jets, Thursday Night Football. I mean, when the season started, a lot of people predicted this game to be a snooze fest, a game nobody would want to watch. But this is a pretty interesting game because although the Jets are 3-5, they've been in pretty much every single game this season. And at this point, everyone thought that it'd be like 0-8, 1-7. So this might be an interesting matchup. And the Bills, man, the Bills are also, they're 5-2, and this team's not getting much recognition. And to be honest, I haven't seen either of these two teams play. So this is going to be a first for me, and I really want to see the Bills play because I want to see how they play. But, however, in this particular matchup, I'm taking the Buffalo Bills, man. I don't think the Jets stand really of a chance. I mean, they're going to have a close game, but the Bills, even though their defensive stats aren't that impressive, even though their offensive stats aren't that impressive, the Bills just simply get turnovers, don't turn the ball over themselves, and stop the other team from scoring. That's an easy formula of winning. Out of the Bills keep it up, they're going to win a lot of games this season. So I say the Bills keep rolling. They go into 6-2, which nobody predicted. Rams at Giants. The Giants are the biggest disappointment of 2017. The Rams are one of the bigger surprises of 2017. And I think the Rams are going to beat the Giants pretty easily. The Rams have a pretty good defense, and the Giants are just an all-around mess. And of course, Jared Goff looks good this season. It looks like Todd Gurley is back to rookie form Todd Gurley, if not even better. So I don't think this talented Giants defense can cover for that terrible Giants offense for long. So the Rams win it. They also go to 6-2, and the disappointing Giants go to 1-7. Baltimore Ravens at Tennessee Titans. There's a pretty interesting matchup. It really is. The Titans have one of the worst defenses in the NFL right now. And their offense, it's been struggling. Mariota has been off all season. Their run game has been non-existent all season, or for most of the season. The Ravens have struggled on offense besides running the ball. And Joe Flacco and the passing game hasn't been there all season. But the Ravens do have a passing defense that's pretty damn good. And I don't think the Titans can get their run game going. And Mariota's not going to be able to pass the ball against this Ravens defense. I think Joe Flacco and the Ravens offense gets going against this terrible Titans defense, and they win this game. So the Baltimore Ravens are going to be 5-4. You're going to get back to above 500. Tampa Bay versus the Saints, or at the Saints. Man, Tampa Bay has been really disappointing me, man. I thought this was going to be the year they finally took a step forward and made the playoffs. But instead, the Saints somehow have a defense. It's crazy, and most part of that is because Marshall Lattimore. Jameis Winston has had a down year. He has been dealing with an injury for these past 2 weeks, but even before that, they weren't really doing much. And I feel like the Saints are gonna keep their win streak going and get to 6-2. They'd be on a 6-game win streak if they win. So that's pretty impressive. The Denver Broncos at the Philadelphia Eagles. Man, the Broncos started off pretty good. They really surprised me at the start. I was like, damn, you know what? The Broncos might actually be good. But they've fallen off ever since. And the Eagles are playing like the best team in the NFL right now. I don't think Brock Osweiler is going to be able to do anything with that offense. I really don't. And I don't think the Broncos offense is going to be able to stop Carson Wentz and his offense for long. At some point, they're going to get tired, and at some point, that Philadelphia offense is going to get going. I don't think they can stop Zach Ertz, and I feel like they can stop the receivers, but Zach Ertz in the middle is just so dangerous, man. So I like the Eagles going 8-1 on the season, which is pretty surprising, man, because a lot of people expected the Cowboys and the Giants to be battling it out all season. No one expected the Eagles to have this big of an early lead on the division. So, and that lead just gets bigger. Cincinnati Bengals at Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are a surprise team to some, but not to me. The Jaguars' winning formula is simple. Run the ball with Fournette, down your throat, take the ball away from Blake Bortles' hands, don't let him ruin the game, let your defense bail you out. That's pretty much the winning formula. And I think it works against the Bengals. I don't think the Bengals can stop Leonard Fournette. I don't think Andy Dalton could get any offense going against this Jaguars defense. The Jaguars advanced to 5-3. Atlanta Falcons at Carolina Panthers. The Falcons have been really disappointing this season, man. Like, they've had no offense whatsoever. Not many people thought Kyle Shanahan going to San Francisco would have made that big of a difference, but it has. They've struggled offensively. And the fact that they're 4-3, it's kind of a miracle in itself. The Panthers, however, they're 5-3. They've had an up and down season. Cam Newton has had some struggles here and there, but he's also been able to string together some good games. And I like the Panthers this game at home. I feel like they get to 6-3 while the Falcons fall to 500. Indianapolis Colts at the Houston Texans. You can watch my video from yesterday if you guys want to, get further in-depth analysis by me. But simply putting this, the Colts don't have an offense that can get going. The Colts don't have a defense that can stop Deshaun Watson and that Texans offense. They can't stop Wolf Warder. They can't stop DeAndre Hopkins. Simple as that. Texans get to 500. The Colts fall to 2-7, and their season's pretty much over. Redskins at Seahawks. I just don't think the Redskins could go into Seattle and win. It's just that simple. Seahawks get to 6-2. Redskins go to 3-5. Cardinals at 49ers. This is a pretty interesting matchup. It really is. Not just because it's divisional rivals, but the Niners have been in almost every single game this season. Like, I want to say 5 of their 8 games, they've been within 3 points. Now the Cardinals, they're sitting here at 3-4, but they've been without David Johnson since week 1 or 2, and now they lost Carson Palmer. I don't think these Cardinals are talented to survive that. I think the Niners actually win their very first game this season against the very injured Arizona Cardinals. Kansas City Chiefs at Dallas Cowboys. Man, this is a pretty interesting matchup. It would have been even better if Elliott would have played. I think this could have been a shootout if Elliott played. The Cowboys just simply do not have the defense to stop Tyreek Hill, to stop Travis Kelce, to stop Kareem Hunt from getting going. Simple as that. The Chiefs have struggled on defense as well this season. You saw Derek Carr carve them up. You saw Deshaun Watson carve them up. But I just don't think the Cowboys have what it takes to win a shootout versus Alex Smith, who's playing like an MVP this season. Dez Bryant has been struggling this season. Ezekiel Elliott is suspended, so I think the Chiefs get to 7-2 here, and the Cowboys fall back to 500. Sunday Night Football. Oakland Raiders at Miami Dolphins. Oh my God. This one really is a snooze fest. I mean, the Dolphins are lucky to be 4-3, man. Like, they have one of the worst offenses. I don't know how they're at 4-3. They've been shut out twice by the Saints and the Ravens. And the Raiders, man, one of the more disappointing teams in the season as well. I don't know what's wrong with Derek Carr. Amari Cooper just can't get going aside from that one game versus the Chiefs. Marshawn Lynch probably regrets coming out of retirement because he hasn't really done much either. So, this game is really a toss-up, man. But, ultimately, I'm going to have to take the Oakland Raiders because now the Dolphins are without Jay Ajayi because they traded him for a 4th-round pick, which makes no sense to me. I like the Raiders in this game. The Raiders get to 4-5. Lions at Packers. Monday Night Football. The Packers are without Aaron Rodgers. The Lions aren't really playing like a 3-4 team. They really should be above 500. If the refs don't screw them out of that one win against Atlanta, they would be above 500. So, I like the Lions beating the Packers here. I don't think the Packers stand a single chance without Aaron Rodgers. So, both teams after this game will be at 500. So, with that being said, guys, comment down below your very own predictions and make sure to like and subscribe for more content. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.